Hello guys. Friday night gaming. Gonna have our weekly schedule going around games here and there. Forza Horizon 4, the weekly season, so we're gonna start with that, but summer, autumn, winter I think it is. We'll see how it goes, because sound is already not a bit scratchy by the looks of it. But yeah, I've noticed in yesterday's what is this? A free car in the Forzaton shop every day in December. Really? Who cares?
Welcome back, Dave.
We're throwing cars even more at you. They force you to start on Legoland every time, although you don't want to be there. Let's see. Yeah, we don't have enough percentage to just do the skill test, I think. It is indeed winter, also not my favorite season. I usually skip that week. That also means I don't have many cars which have winter tires and all that kind of stuff. Let's see what we have. We have 24%, that's not enough. Some of these seasons you can have like 31% to start with. If there is something else happening next to the monthly rivals and the online adventure, that's where the 24% comes from. Sometimes there is something else going which you can also do for the whole month, and then you get like 31%. And then you just have to do the 3 PR stunts every week, and then one of these 2 here of the dailies to get to 50%. And we do need 50% because this week's car is that ETS GT 2018. Not even know what brand that is. ATS. Anyway, we need to get to this car. All the rest doesn't matter because the rest we have. That is what we do in Forza. We come online every week for 10-15 minutes to pick up the new cars, to get the collection complete, sort of, to keep it complete. Let's have a look. Forza. So apparently there is a free car every day or whatever. Happy car, free. Just take it. 1 per customer every day in December. Yo. Really? That's all I can say about it. You already get the cars for free as it is if you play through the game. Because you win about 80% of them from wheel spins. But yeah, it is what it is, eh? Not much we can change about that. So we're gonna have to do something next to the... we'll just start with the PR stunts, and so what do we need to do here? Earn 2 stars in total from danger signs. 2 stars from 1 jump. Yo, difficulty? No. Never heard of it. Not in Forza. Seasonal PR stunts. Yeah, as usual, we have a jump, we have a speed trap, and we have a speed zone or something in that order. Of course, it's winter time, so yeah, we'll see. We'll go to the jump and see what we need. We need 170 meters. And it is, by the looks of it, it's a piss pot one, I think. We'll just go there. We'll take the jeep and see what happens. If the car doesn't do it, we take something else, right? We have that, what's it called, the Trailcat, right? And it's maxed out for stuff like this. It has winter tires. It's S2 911, which is in the middle of nowhere. If you want to take this for racing, you want to keep it on S1 probably. Yeah. It's that annoying one here, where you have to avoid that house and then try to get to the ramp. We'll see how much speed we can get here with this thing, and if it's good enough to get 170 meters. $158. We probably can get with this thing. The problem is you have that bump here that bumps around all over the place. Stupid AI, push out of the way, all possible with a trail cap. As in any game, they're only there to bother you, right? You see this already happening. I have to go that way to not. If we jump more to the lake, I'm sure we're gonna get this. If not, we can change to some other car. But a pretty annoying one, as I remember it. Because you have some trees on the left, you have the house on the right, so you cannot really get proper speed here to get this thing. You also have a little jump here, which makes you lose speed all the time. But there we go. 176. Which is good enough, we needed only 170. That gives us 6% already, which means we are now 30% on the playlist instead of 24. Map. Different games, different button. So that's done. Well, let's see, what else do we have? We have a speed trap. Change the filter and put it on seasonal PR stunts. Here we have a speed zone. We need 266 kilometers an hour or something. And all the way over there we have a speed trap where we need 290. That might be a problem in the snow. Let's figure that one out first. That's not gonna work with this thing. 290 kilometers an hour. I guess we turn around because that's how it usually goes. Yeah. Let's try the Koenigsegg CT8S. This thing has winter tires. It's S1. Pretty sure it can go to 290, but can we get it on that speed trap? let's also see. The thing is over there. Okay. I think I already saw it. This thing is not gonna get to 290. We'll keep it simple then. Bring out the Mosler, although I don't think that one has winter tires, so we might have some issues, but that's okay. Hello, Roy. Can you hear the sound from the game, by the way? Because I've noticed yesterday in the Euro Truck stream that you can hear my voice pretty okay, but you can barely hear my truck. That should be fine now, because again, something in the background, updating the Realtek audio, whatever. That's what you have with Windows and everything related to it. It updates in the background and you have nothing to do with it. And it always makes changes. Okay. This thing for sure can get 290. I don't know this way, but for sure the other way, but the only problem is this thing has no winter tires. 56 units. $300 here. You'll stay there. Not gonna bother me. Gonna try it from here, not too far. If we can make the corner, we will have it with this one. But that's what I expected to happen. Just slides out of the corner. So we have to come from this way. There's less snow here. Or figure something out. Might actually work. You can get that corner properly. Yeah, not this way because it's gonna slide always into the river. This should work, right? There we go. 297. Good enough. Three, 4 attempts. We get 6% for that. As I said, difficulty. But hey, it's still difficult for some people. What was that other thing? 265 speed zone. Okay, where does the speed go from? Oh, we have a corner here. Oh, but wait a minute. Pretty much open road there, I think, in the city. So we'll just stick to the modular. More than likely it put us facing the wrong way, of course. It always does that. I really know that. Okay, that's that. 284. How to get 18% of the speed in about 5 minutes. That's more or less what we did here. That brings us on 43%. Wonderful. 24, 30, yeah, that also means that we already got the 2 stars on the danger sign, so that's an extra percent, that's where the 43, so we need something with 7%. Here we have to filter through traffic, here we can get an extra percent if needed, so we need something 6 or 7, I think the trial is 7, but we're just gonna go with the showcase remix and see if we can get that. That's also 6 or 7%. In case it is 7, we have the car. In case it is 6, we need to do that daily thing there to get the extra percent. We're up against the train. Other than that, we will see. Untunable car, so we have to go with the flow here. By the looks of it, they have remixed it to the taxi this time. And we're up against the Flying Scotsman, I guess, which is the name of the train. They give us some sort of off-road build with it, probably. There we go. Morning rush. Don't like the sound of that. Hope it doesn't mean rush hour. This is most of the time it's just a visual thing here. Several times it's gonna look like, oh my god, the train is gonna beat us. And then it slows down so much at the end that you usually beat it with like half a second or something. Unless you mess about too much on the walls like I'm doing now. But yeah, last week they gave us something which was barely drivable. Tried it 3-4 times. Or similar, something similar this time. And it feels like crazy. So this is again one of those things set up for a controller. Might be an issue if you play with keyboard. So far we're on schedule because that's the idea of this whole thing, is that you jump here over the train. If you jump there and the train already passed, then you're probably behind. Give us a dash cam so we can see what we're doing because but yeah, see we got oh my god. We're gonna have to go again. I already know it. I know it slows down quite a lot, but oh no, maybe not. Nope. We still win. And we hit 2 walls and a half and we still win. Okay. Next. Of course. And we basically win another car because you win a wheel spin, which gives you most of the time a car. Level 478. I don't even know what star I am anymore. Yeah. Money, money. Nice. If you need it, I guess. Okay. Do we have enough or not? We don't. Because if we had enough, then it would say a little 1 over here. So we are probably stuck at 49. Yeah, 49%. Which means we need to do this here. What is this? Filter through traffic to earn 2 threading the needle skills. Also a very hard one. Just need to go through traffic at high speed, so you pretty simple go to the highway. You go up and down the highway a couple of times till you get it. Pretty simple. And it's for once facing of the right direction. Some sort of combination, threading the needle of ultimate speed and near miss, I think, or something. Or did you have to drive towards opposite traffic? Can't even remember. We'll see if we get it or not. I think we need a certain speed though. With 6. We're doing more than 250 miles an hour. Over 400 kilometers. But we have no traffic. Bit of an issue, eh? Threading the needle. I need to have a look. Trading paint. No, that's not it. Threading the needle. There it is. Pass 2 non-racing vehicles from both sides at high speed. Oh yeah, that is also a very pisspot one. So, what we're looking for is a car like this. And there has to be one on the other lane as well, and you just happen to be at high speed and go in between in a short enough time. So we are depending on traffic for this one. It's not close enough. I think they really need to be side by side. Not working very well, is it? So, we take the other lane, see if we can get it that way. If not, we might have to go to a country road. I think we got one there. That was stupid. I should have drove in between those two. Let's check that. Did we get one or not? Yeah, we got one. So they don't have to be side by side, they just have to be close enough that you can pass them within a second or so. Okay, so we need another one of those. Get the hell out of my way. Traffic. We do it the same way. This way. Usually helps if you go in the opposite direction. Speed is fine as long as it's above 200 miles an hour, I think. It's not, that's not good. Quite some cars on the other side. So if we come back, we might have a shot. That's not close enough, I think. That might be close enough. I was looking at the cars, so let's have a look. No, we don't have it. These stupid annoying fields for no reason, right? Ah, that didn't work. We first need to get the speed. Come on, put the car in the other lane. Seriously. Not close enough. Not close enough. We turn down the Try again. Get up to speed. 200 miles an hour at least you need, I think. Which is considered to be ultimate speed. That one could have been close enough. But it was within a second. Pretty annoying skill because you're dependent on where the AI drives. Like here, I mean, how close can they be? Keep driving on one. This maybe? Oh. Okay. Need to get to a country road or so, because this is annoying. What an idea to develop a skill which is dependent on travel. Where can we go? City maybe? If we're lucky enough, might actually work. You can find some cars here on this lane. Or you find an empty city, that might also work. No traffic at all in the other lane. Unbreakable bus stops, that's something new. Wonderful annoying skill, this one. But yeah, it's the only thing that you can do. Because I don't gonna do a whole trial with some random racers who then make you lose just to get 1%. I just need one more threading the needle. So what needs to happen is there needs to be a car on the left, car on the right. Now we fly through there with over 200 miles an hour and we should trigger the threading the needle. Only problem is they're all driving in one lane here at the moment. This might be it. I should get it this time. Really? Two cars side by side. And I don't get this. Well, at least it didn't pop up. Oh, finally. Here's me. There is our one. Skill test. PR stunts. Yes, thank you. Car in the garage. ATS or something, right? That's like a Ferrari 488 or 458 front sort of. Some McLaren F1 in there as well. Yeah, it's like a combination of all kind of stuff. Other than that, it sounds exactly the same as all the other cars do. Yeah, I can take a few other cars out of my garage which have exactly the same sound. Although there are some other brands. We sort of have the V8, the V10 and V12 sound, and that's about it. Other than that, the thing has rear wheel drive probably. It has a bit deeper sound, but other than that, basically it's a bit of playing around with the pads, I think. It's the same. They just put a bit deeper for this. Let's see, what else do we have in that sort of category? Let's take a Saline, see how that sounds. That's oh yeah, that's the Screamer engine. We got it. We got it. Other than that, we are done for the week. We have our car. So the only thing left for this season is next week in spring. Also there we need 50%. The Diablo GTR. We don't have to qualify. No, only have to qualify in the beginning of the month, which we quickly did in the ranked team adventure. And we had some sort of rivals event over here as well. Next to that, 2 dailies and 3 PR stunts, and we have 50%. See you later, alligators. Car is in the garage. Which also means we can change some other stuff. To begin with, the game title probably. Wrong keyboard. Thanks for the follow. Okay, now we do have a little problem here. In Euro Truck, the Truckers MP here supports version 1.36.2.1, and this afternoon there was a little patch in the single player, and it updated the game to 1.36.2.2, which means the multiplayer no longer supports the game at this moment until they update this. This multiplayer is a mod. That's why they're always a little bit behind. They need to either get the game files from the devs or ask around on the devs what they actually did in that patch so that they can also adjust it here in the multiplayer. So the multiplayer is not an option, so we have to go single player this time. It did work this afternoon because we played a bit in a convoy. Watch your headphones. A typical gaming thing. Intro sounds as loud as hell. I have also no idea, seeing the game updated, no idea where it's gonna put us. Probably in Brussels again. Although we were somewhere in the new DLC, but I need to have, if you guys are still, you're following for a week, you can type in the chat, but we need to figure out if we can hear the truck or not today, because, yeah. Game change detected, obviously, because you come from the mod to the single player. That's how it usually goes. Other than that, yeah, what you also have is, if you check in your profiles, you will be able to see that you have like several thousands of hours. If you played like once in the multiplayer, that's what it tells you, although you don't. But yeah, we're gonna have to see where the thing puts us. This is a bad example because it's a very silent V8. Wait a minute. How can we do this? We seem to have desktop audio. It should work. Unlike yesterday where we didn't hear the truck. Okay, where are we going? Not to Brussels, that's for sure. We were messing about in the new DLC. Meanwhile, as you can see, I have discovered all the cities at least, but there are some Steam achievements going. There was something called like a roamer or something, roaming around. You get 5 trigger points for that, and that basically are the Turkish-Bulgarian border and the Romanian-Bulgarian border. So that's like if you drive over here on this border, over here that's 2, and then here it's 1, over here as well, and also over here. If you go over those 5 borders, that gives you the roamer steam achievement. And then there was something where you go like the more touristic route, and there I have 4 out of 5, which is a bit of a problem. So there is like one of these little roads here. I'm pretty sure I got it here somewhere, driving over the bridge. There was one. Another one was definitely here. This Rosita area. I think it was this road over here. The Route 66. So it might be that you have to go over this road. Something else. This is a highway. It's probably not gonna give it there. This also seems to be a bit touristic. So it's either 7 or 73. Maybe this one here doesn't even have a number. I kind of doubt it. This is highway, most likely not gonna get it there. So we need to get like, yeah, we need to find that one road where it triggers 5 out of 5 for that particular steam achievement. There are some other stuff you need to do transport between the 4 harbors that are on the map, which is a bit randomly, I think. Or the harbor cities. Burgas was one of them, I think. Constanta probably as well, or Mangalia. So we'll figure something out. Let's see, what can we do? Where do we have garages is the question, right? And then we can go from there. So if we want to do the 73, I need to pick up something over here, or over here in Pitesti we have a garage. Okay, that's nice. We'll go there. Pitesti. There it is. Travel. And then we drive northwards to Brasov and go over that 73 route and see if we get the achievement or not. So next up we need a job. We'll pick up some jobs today. Cruise around a bit. Let's see. What do you have for us? Start on the last page. That's are the shortest ones. That's not the right direction. That is also not the right direction. This is unbelievable. You want to go north, it doesn't want to go north. Ah. That will do. 17 tons of wood. Pick it up. We adjust the route if necessary, so that we go over the 73 and see if we get the steam achievement or not. If not, it's a different road. We'll first pick up our trailer maybe. Very nearby. Oh, it is. Bullet sensitivity. There it is. Up we go. And some beacons. One trailer. Blue. Of course. If you switch from the single player to the multiplayer, you also just have to check everything. Everything working again. Okay, now let's see. It automatically goes over the 73, that is fine. Now we have to go over the zigzag road as well. Okay, that seems fine. Off we go. Bretta. Truck sound fine, by the way. Okay, dope. Yeah, I think it didn't pick up the game engine sound or whatever yesterday. Because the Realtek audio control or something was updating in the background, and it sort of put the mic on a different auxiliary, so it probably split the channels, so you could hear my mic very well, but not the game sound. How does this all work here? What? Complicated roundabouts. That's what this DLC is about. Why are we stopping? Is my traffic light? Thanks for the follow. That's off. Okay. We're on the 73. Let's see if we get the Steam achievement here. We're sort of taking the touristic routes, that's more or less what it is, and then sometimes you come over a bridge or whatever. Or some sort of statue or something, and that's where it triggers. Meanwhile, I've driven around on this new DLC. Already a pretty big deal. It has some pretty beautiful roads. But yeah, I haven't checked the rest of the map, which I should do. Because it might also have something to do with the fact that the game upgraded to DX11 as it is now. That also means if you play with an older video card which only supports DX9, you can no longer play the game. But yeah, they're catching up a little bit. Nowadays, the latest video cards are DX12 already, so they're still a version behind in a way. They can probably do DX12, but then they're gonna lose way more people. Okay, this is gonna be a wonderful trip, but not the fastest ones around, I think. But it advises us to go over this road, so we have more than enough time to deliver. That's not a problem. If something major happen, or unless we voluntarily did a little detour, I don't think I've ever been late. Let's see. We have 15 hours and 41 minutes. In blue, that means in real time to deliver this job. So that means I can go apply and come back in 12 hours, and then I still have 3 hours to finish it. Which probably will, that's in-game time then, more than likely. Oh yes. What I've also noticed is that the buses, they're transporting very heavy people, I think, because they cannot get up these hills. A truck gets up this hill faster than the buses. We are carrying 20, 25, 30, 35 tons. Not a problem, but 40 people on a bus, oh yeah, that's a problem. And that is assuming that the bus is full of passengers. Now what I also haven't found yet is the Frankenstein castle, so that might actually be my 5th achievement, but I think I've been on the road, but that was like in the beginning of yesterday's stream. It was nighttime, couldn't see anything. Although I believe during the night the castle is lit up, some sort of spots or whatever. Brake taking me on the corner, so I definitely have to slow down. Yeah, we have these little shops on the side of the road there. It usually suggests that it's a touristic route, so we might actually get the achievement from this road. Come on, man, move. Your little... what's it called in this game again? It's a Skoda Fabia, but it's not called Skoda here. Because they don't have the licenses, so it's like... you recognize the car, but it's not a Skoda. I might switch to another truck after this. Because I can think in the new MAN, which has if you go for the high roof, it has a pretty wide window, so we can actually see more. Yeah, there's also a simulation. You can be in behind one of those old buses occasionally in real life. Oh, but look at now, it goes downhill. Now it suddenly can go 70 miles an hour. Till the next corner, probably. Oh, we have some sort of building here. Run. There we go. Take the touristic route. 5 out of 5 achievement completed. So we had to go through this little town here, I guess, to get it triggered. And it also means that the castle is somewhere here as well, I think. So if you're looking for the achievement, That's where it triggers. Well, 1 out of 5, eh? Because yeah, over here we were yesterday already. We delivered there on the right somewhere. We can do 80 here. We'll increase the 2, 3, 4, 5. Increase the GPS a bit. One less. There we go. It's one of those things if you're playing with the traffic offenses on and so. You have a 4 kilometers an hour space in a way. The speed limit is 70, you can do 74 before the speed cameras actually go up. If you do 75, they will go up. But yeah, it's not a racing game, eh? Although if you go to the multiplayer, some people out there think it is. Yesterday I went with a couple of friends. We did some transports. To give you an idea of the multiplayer. In the multiplayer, it's sort of like here now. Yeah, okay. Take away that car on the left, but you don't have any traffic. But you see other players. That's sort of what the multiplayer is. There were 4,000 people on the server that we played, but also that doesn't mean that much because they're all over the place. Of course, now with the new DLC, many of them are driving around in this area. So you might have some FPS drops here and there. When you see 80 people in a city or so. But once you're on the road, it's fine. So we were driving in a convoy and we picked up with the World of Truck contracts. You can more or less do the same job with the whole team. Look in your list and if everybody's the same job, you can more or less pick it up. That's what we did, and we were driving and we come on a road like this and there was like a building on the right side, a repair shop. And another player came from that repair shop. Yeah, sort of like this, you know. The AI in this game, seriously. Or on this map. They attack you at times, as you see. So we were driving, my teammate more or less goes past the repair shop. And I arrived there and then you have like one of those idiotic kids not paying attention only to whatever he's doing. He comes like 50-60 kilometers an hour out of the repair shop. And I got by, I saw him coming and I saw that he was not gonna stop because he totally didn't see me or whatever. So I sort of could avoid him like I just did with this AI truck here by steering away. But yeah, I had a couple of meters trailer behind me. So he obviously hit me on the trailer. I went on my site. Result, I got to go to a repair shop. 45,000 euros cost to pay for it all, and on top of that I lost a job. Because the F7 was not working in the multiplayer either. If you press F7, you get the assistance if you are like something like that happens in the multiplayer on your site. You can press F7 and you can get towed to the nearby repair shop. If you run out of fuel, you get some sort of emergency fuel, 50-60 liters. All goes with the F7. But it was not working very well in the multiplayer. You could click it and you can say like, yeah, I want to take me, and then you need to pay, of course, to tow you to that repair shop. So I said, okay, that's fine, do that. And then it should fast travel you to the repair shop, and then you were sort of stuck in some sort of loading bug. So you had to reboot the game, and if you do that, then you lose the job. In the multiplayer. Not in the single player here though. Like now, if I would just stop on the side of the road, I go offline, I come back online, I still have that job. Because the time sort of stops in the single player. And here we go. The wonderful zigzag roads. But unlike yesterday, although we did this yesterday, I think, this part at least, without a trailer, this time we do have a trailer. Which means you need to steer a little bit wider, because there is a few meters of trailers following you. Yeah, I guess ideal would be some sort of combination. Some AI and some real players. That will be like the real world simulation, right? But yeah, now like here, this Scania pretty much pulls it. Because it's a max engine, 730 horsepower V8, 16 liters. If you come here, of course, with some sort of base truck, 4x2, 360 horsepower, you might have some issues here on these hills. The AI doesn't behave naturally in a way. Like now it accelerates like it has an empty truck. And then he approaches one of those hairpin corners, and then it brakes all on you that you have. So it's best to not get too close there. That's why I have my brake intensivity quite high. So that you can still stop if they do something stupid. It's an interesting zigzag road. So I can already imagine that this is one of those roads that's gonna be very popular in the multiplayer. Although maybe not, because it might be too difficult for the kids. Before this you had this, like, in the multiplayer you have that from Calais in France to Duisburg in Germany. Nothing special about that road, it's just a bit zigzag. Not even that as this one. You more have like speed corners, but there that is like, yeah, that's the idiot's road. There are always 100 people at least on that road. And there are people just driving in the left lane at 80 kilometers an hour. Like we are doing here now. 60 where you can only do 50, 1100 euros. Ching ching. That's the first one we pay today, probably will not be the last. But I played a more or less simulation, so... Well, I mean the settings. Driving wise not so much, because I don't play on a wheel. Yet at least. Might get one. Not sure yet. I keep postponing it always because I don't play enough games to actually say like, oh yeah, let's buy a wheel. But for this game it would be perfect. Because now we have that tick 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 here, like with the keyboard. That's why the steering wheel is shaking so much. Yeah, and also because we can't get enough speed to actually steer properly. Because our ITC friend in front of us here is a bit of an annoying driver. Accelerates like crazy, then he brakes. Accelerates again, then he brakes. It's one of those people, if you're there behind there in the real life, you're probably looking for an opportunity to overtake it as fast as possible. And if you do that, then they probably just accelerate. Let's take a stop here on the restaurant. Almost 9 PM. I guess the company where we have to deliver is not open anyway. Not that it matters in this game, you can deliver at night, but that might all change over time if they really make it like proper simulation. But that would not work for the game, I guess. Can imagine that. You arrive there at 9:30 in the evening. You have to wait till 8 in the morning the next day before they open again or something, before you can deliver. Although normally you have some sort of night guard, right? Also in real life, bigger companies have night guards where you can deliver at night. I also haven't figured out yet what the idea is of the fact that you can see your drivers on some sort of map view. But I don't think we're there yet that you can actually see your own trucks drive. Yeah, but that's the thing here, Roy. It's like if you buy a wheel, then you need then we're talking about, if you really want to do like simulation racing or so, yeah, then you go like iRacing or R-Factor or at least Project Cars or Assetto Corsa or something. We are playing the crew in Forza. I don't need a wheel for that. I can get in the top 10 of the summit in the crew with a keyboard, so yeah. The only reason you would say, okay, go for a wheel is to drive some drag cars, which I don't even want to drive, so. Yeah, that's the other thing that you have with a wheel, it never stops. You buy a wheel and then they usually come with like some sort of pisspot pedals. So then you need to buy the T3H pedals or whatever, and then you want a proper shifter, and then you want a mounted stand, and then you want a driving seat, and you know, before you know it, you're building a cockpit. You can buy a wheel, that's not a problem, but then I already know how that goes. Then you want this and you want that, and before you know it, you spent the amount of money to get you a good PC just on a wheel and a seat or something. Thanks for the follow, Adams. But I might get one over time, but we'll see. Whenever I feel like driving there, I might get one, we'll see. It's not a money issue. I can get, if I want to get a wheel, I buy a wheel, but I used to like to pick up these parts myself, so it's like 50 kilometers drive where I buy my stuff. Also over, yeah, roads which sort of have this traffic. So it's a pretty, I don't know, back and forth, 2-3 hour drive, whatever. What are we doing? Oh, city, 50 kilometers an hour. Yeah, but even with a keyboard, it's relaxing. But put the cruise control on, and you just like little taps on the steering, and that's it. Works fine with a keyboard. I think it probably works. It's one of these games that actually works better with a keyboard than with a controller, I think. Which, like, if you play something like the crew or so, of course it's the other way around. Controller is a better choice, but not in this game. Wheel is definitely the best choice, obviously. But after that, it's probably a keyboard. Because you can rest your hands on the table, and next to that, you need your whole keyboard as it is to map all the buttons in this game, and some. So if you, I think this is like, yeah, not enjoyable to play with a controller. You drive and steer with that thing, and then you need to have like your keyboard somewhere on the side to do all the other stuff. Because you're kind of limited on the controller. And my driver's getting tired. That's good for him. break here. We have more than enough time, which also fast forward the time, so we can actually see a bit more of the town. And like here, this is like some sort of 3-4 step operation in a way. If you do it properly, you put on the handbrake, you put out the lights, you kill the engine. Don't have enough buttons for all that stuff on your controllers. My beacon was on though. Don't need fuel, thank you. We're good to go. 7:30 in the morning. Get rich sleeping here in this game. See all the drivers' income come in from the 9-hour sleep we just had. 30,000 from that driver, 40,000 from that driver. This is a new one, I think. 4,300. 47,000 here. That's a higher level driver. Yeah. Here we go again. They need to make my money to pay my speeding tickets. Just stop with your Mustang. He was gonna stop anyway, so we can as well turn in. Jeff is awake already. Behind the wall. Pretty much, where do we need to be? Good question. In here somewhere, apparently. Really? Of course, that's what is there. Where was it? Left or right? Can't remember. Or left. Left or right. Trying to use this camera. As good as it can get. 14,000 euros. Not bad for a trip over the mountain. Okay, let's see. Do we have a garage here somewhere? Yeah, we do over here. Let's go there. Discover some more roads here and there. Come on. Brake checking always with that Fabio. Yeah, it makes sense to because yeah, with a keyboard you also when you're driving your hands are resting on your desk. With your controller, that's all very fine if you do like in the crew or port or whatever, or you do a race or a time attack for 2, 3 or 4 minutes, whatever. That works all very fine. But like here we are doing a 30-40 minute trips or an hour or 2 hours sometimes. Like now if you drive from Istanbul, let's say all the way to the north in Norway, yeah, that's like, what is it, 4,000 or 5,000 kilometer trip. Gonna take you a while, huh? It's probably gonna make you a €250,000 or whatever, but I'm not a fan of these tram rails though. Don't trust them very much. It's one of those things that you don't pay attention. Here now you're watching the traffic and the traffic lights and don't pay attention. There might actually be a tram next to you. You turn in and bam! Because there is one driving, I saw it yesterday. They're just not here for the sake of it. There's actually a tram driving on it. Gonna mess about a bit with. Gonna call in another truck, maybe bring over a trailer as well, and then drive that. Gotcha. Let's see. Where are we? Romania, right? Let's see what we pay for fuel if we have our own gas station. €1.04. Okay. I think the cheapest fuel is in Turkey. It's 87 cents, and I think that is even less than I pay in Luxembourg. So it probably is the cheapest fuel in the game. Turkey. Not that it matters for us, but for a new player it might. When you're still worried about fuel costs and all that kind of stuff. Oh yeah, I need Garage Manager. While I'm here, why not do it properly? What I've also noticed is that they expanded the garage to 6 gates now. I thought in the future, in the past it were only 5. Okay, let's send this back to Brussels probably. Let's first see where we are, to be exact. In Lassie. Okay, so we're in the garage of Lassie. So we need to do some magics. So we need another truck. Let's drive the new MAN. The one from Brussels, yep. That will move our Scania to Brussels and it brings this truck here. That's fine. No, it's not fine. It didn't bring us here. It moved us to Brussels. Okay. Then we go to oh, wait a minute. Oh, it's Iashi, probably. It's not an L. It's Iashi. Okay. It's an I. Okay. We're back where we were. Now we need a trailer. We need what's this? Refrigerated side doors. Why is that red? The driver is not announced. The freight is not available and the truck is not available. Interesting. Here we have the same. I guess that's because they're sleeping. What is that blue? Ah, okay. Yeah, yeah. These are my trailers, which I can use whenever. They're in Brussels, they're not linked to any driver or so. The red ones are probably the ones that are asleep and not moving in places where we have garages, right? Okay. And then the green ones are the ones that are on the road. Tells you the driver what they are carrying from where to where and what car or truck they are driving. We need a trailer manager. We are in there. We need a table view and we need one of these 100 ones here. No, that's the Volvo trailer. Is that the MAN? I think it is. Yeah, because the floor bed belongs to the Scania sorta, color-wise. So this thing needs to move. So that needs to be relocated to over here, please. Nice. And now that it's here, we use it. And now we drive and it should be there. A little bit of magic. Our truck came from Brussels to here and also our trailer. Which of course means that we now have to go to the goods market instead of the trailer market. And we probably have to reset it. Yeah. We need roof and front auxiliaries. Working. But here we have like a way bigger window, as you can see. So we have more visibility. It also matches a bit better. We have the job box next to the GPS. But the GPS is pretty small, that's why I bought another one to put on the window, so you can actually see. And other than that, we have nothing in here. Okay. Let's see what is available. So now we have 5 markets available, obviously. The quick job pretty much means that you get hired as a driver. Don't have to worry about truck or trailer or anything. They just put you on the company that you're gonna work for. Quick job also means less money, of course. And once you have your own truck, you can go to a freight market, or you can go to external contracts, which is the World of Truck connected to the website. If you have your profile connected, you can do those a little bit more money than the freight market, but more or less the same. Limited to 90 kilometers an hour, the external contracts, while the freight market you can just go full throttle. And cargo market more or less is the same. If you have your own trailer like we are using now, then you can go for cargo market or external market. The other are also still available, because if you say like, okay, I want to do an external, then it's going to detach your trailer, put it back in the garage, and then you need to pick up that other trailer. But we're going to use our own trailer this time. So we go for external market and see what is available, eh? All the way to Calais. I don't think so. Go on the last page. Those are the shortest ones. I would like to go to Bulgaria or Turkey. Would be nice. Toulouse. Sofia. Where did we come from? From Piteste, right? Well, yeah, we did this road more or less. So we can go over this road all the way to Sofia. Possibility. Let's see, do we have anything else available? What I've noticed is that there is not much going into Turkey with these jobs. Even if you don't use your own trailer, but because now we are of course limited, we are using a or dry freight, I think, so we can only do dry goods. If you want to do some food or whatever, you probably have to go for a refrigerated. Let's go to Sofia, take that one. Sofia, Bulgaria. We have been in most places though. So we could go over this one if I put a checkpoint there. We'll figure it out. We first need to pick up our goods. It zoomed in, I think. Let's see. Something like that. It might be a bit too high now, but move. make that? Probably not. Always works better this way. Bit different procedure here now because now they have to load your trailer. Which also means that it's gonna take a bit longer. It's gonna fast forward a couple of hours or a half an hour or whatever it is. Unlike if you pick up a trailer, you just have to attach it and drive, right? Of course, it's all virtual time and it takes 2 seconds over the phone. Now, let's have a look on the route. Where does he want us to go? That all seems fine. We have some grey bits here, so our route is pretty much spot on. Not much we can change. Because yeah, by the looks of it, is this an exit? I don't think so. Let's see. Nope. Wants us to go up here and then back on here and do some turnaround. There's also nothing to discover anywhere, so I guess we're good to go. Also here is only one up we go. Romania to Bulgaria. Means we have to cross the border somewhere. Although it's kinda okay, I think. Turkish border on the other hand is a bit of a procedure. 4 or 5 steps with weight bridge and everything involved. Using a bit of the footpath here in the back. Yeah, we're a bit too high now, I think. And our mirrors are also not very where it should be. Let's quickly fix that. Bit more to there, please. That seems fine, and we also want to get a little bit lower. Okay. Up we go. Bit less power. Also the maximum engine though, but 680 instead of 730 in the Scania. But the Scania has a 12-speed gearbox, this one has a 16-speed. Train. Yep. I knew it. These lights are pretty high though. If you're in a car, you don't see much of them. Yeah, like for videos and streams, you want to show people the map. The MAN Hyrule is probably the best choice because it has so much window surface. We're going over Bucharest by the looks of it. And of course we have some roadworks here. Also, this one is not urgent. 21 hours remaining, real time. So we don't have to worry about that either. Accident, no wonder with the way the AI drives here. Just always happen to end up behind the slow truck. pay attention if you switch trucks. But I usually fill up before I put them in the garage, so. Yo. Seriously. The AI over here is not very well programmed. Or maybe they made it like that, I don't know, but 2 days on this map and we had some issues like that. He's on a stop sign and suddenly decides, no, we're gonna come on the road anyway. Stay where you are with your pen, man. It's probably gonna cost us because he hit our trailer, right? No, we actually get away with it. Or he did. No damage. These two hit each other here as well. Yeah, even the single player in Romania is open your eyes, basically. Some strange things here. Here we go again. Oh, okay. This time it went okay. rest up in 6 hours. 8-hour drive. We're gonna have to take a rest up somewhere. We're not gonna make that. It's like, I don't know what it is, badly programmed I think it's. Because they hit the trailer, you have no damage, so it's like... It's like the car does not move and actually waits till you passed and then goes on the road. Because we're on the main road, they need to give way to us normally, but... With these graphics, can you imagine? I guess we put the mirror back up because we're approaching traffic again. Oh, here they are programmed to all go over the gas station or what? Yeah, it seems like they have some work with the AI here. Unless it's intentional, you never know, but... They drive a bit crazy over there, but... Not this crazy, I think. watch him because one point or another he's gonna come to the right. You just know it. See? That's to be expected. Oh yes. Send it to the company. Some fuel and we need a rest as well before my driver starts yawning. So that's very convenient that there is a fuel station there. I think it is one. Yeah. soon we are taking a break. I'll get a drink as well. I'll be right back. There we go. Back again. Fresh coffee from the gas station. well. Over here in these smaller towns and such, visibility at night, pretty dark. Take a while. Unless we force it a bit. Let's try that. That worked. Giorgio. Really? How long is this ride? A bit longer than I think it is actually. Again? Seriously? These AIs here. I saw it happening. I saw him move as well. I thought, yeah, he's gonna come. Romanian AI. They're on a world of their own, I think. Like this guy here, what is he doing? Seriously. Yeah, well, yeah, I drove vans, yeah. Okay, border. Where do we need to be? Trucks. 6 and 7 apparently. Proceed to the weight check. Oh my god, seriously. 6 and 7. This is 7. Total weight is 30 tons. You may proceed. Thank you very much. I think it just gives a random number because we are only carrying 9 tons. Scout. That was the name of those codas. In this game they are called Scout. Yeah, I didn't drive normal vans. I did armored transport. So in a way it were vans, but they were armored though. With bulletproof glasses and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, they definitely made a thing from these border crossings. It's like a real thing happening if you have to cross the border here. In Turkey you have to go through 4 or 5 gates, I think. Like here where we go, I have no idea. Trucks to the right. Now they're scanning it. Scanning the trailer. X-ray control successfully. You may continue. Thank you. But we're not there yet though. Here you do need to make sure that you see a green symbol. Because yesterday I was somewhere, one of those border things, and I picked the wrong lane. Not a big deal here because it's 2 lanes wide. But yesterday it was single lane and there was traffic behind me, and I did not have a trailer. I was just with my normal truck. Does not working. The barrier does not open. 10 euros? What is this? Bribe money? Toll gate, man. Seriously. I thought it was border control here. That's over here. But all procedures followed. We made it into Bulgaria. Up to the capital. This trailer is or I'm not driving. Yeah, I think I have my camera not where I want it to be. Oh, let's have a look. I think my guy is a bit facing too much to the right or to the left. What is it? One click to the right, probably. Like here in these two lanes, you sort of have a little bit deeper lanes from where the trucks drove. If you keep that steering wheel above the left of those two, you're normally pretty much okay. If you have the camera in the right position, but one click to the left or the right might be a difference. What do we have here? Trams again? Are these just electricity cables, or there's actually some sort of I don't know. Seems to be like some sort of trolley bus driving here or so. Going by those cables. But not at night, probably. Okay, here we have no markers anymore. Visually, this DLC is not bad stuff. It all looks pretty nice and pretty neat. Apart from strangely behaving AI at times. But graphically, pretty much okay. Here they crashed again or something. Yeah, something in that order. My god. Not gonna let us in with your Fiat, really? No. Think there is a Fiat factory, so not sure what that's called in this game. Like you have these Volkswagen Golfs and Volkswagen Transporter and so, but it's not the VW sign, it's some sort of circle and that's it. Even. Random events mainly is cops pulling over Romanian drivers probably. Although we're in Bulgaria now, but not much different I think. It is a bit, you get like a city or a town and then you get sometimes pretty long farmlands and stuff like that. Or just some rural area or some green zone or something in that order. So building wise they focused on the towns and the cities I think. From city to city, it's mainly grasslands all over the place. We have another one of those. Take that trailer. I think that last axle is a steering trailer, but I thought, but I kind of doubt it now. So it doesn't push it around the corners. That over there, it seems to be because you could go straight there was a barrier. So that seems to be one of those new detour routes or so. If something happens there, then they can open that barrier and then you can just go straight, a little detour. But although I have the bar maxed out at 100%, the slider, I haven't had one of any detour. I saw a few potential narrow ones on the Corsica island though. Like here you have like all these parking lots and for some reason or another they always block it. approaching Sofia. Sofia probably, but and I know we can do faster than 74, but that's where I had the cruise control, so I just kept it there. Where do we need to be? TTK, apparently, name of the company. Which is somewhere on the left, but seeing it is the capital, I'm assuming we have, yeah, I already see it here. All kind of highway structures and such. That exit. Oh, blocked. We probably need this one though. Airport. That's where we need to be? Oh yeah, might be. I drive differently here because no way that would have happened in Romania. He would have just drove into us. So I'm thinking it is indeed intentional programmed that way. Sort of the same like on the Russian roundabouts, also kind of strange things happening there. So yeah. It's gotta be in a way because, you know, they stop so they see you and then they suddenly decide to, nope. We're gonna come through anyway. Let's have a look. What kind of trailer do we have? But first and the last wheel are steering wheels, which means I approach this totally too much sideways. We are pushing steering wheel on the rear trailer. They're a bit of a pain though, those steering trailers with a keyboard. Nice. It's green and white at the same time. Okay, we have that shit again. That shit again. Picking it up again. Drive out of it. Try again. It's not wanting to give me. Oh yeah, of course not. Yeah. That's my own mistake. That's my own mistake. It's my trailer, I don't need to decouple it. I just need to unload it. Unlike when you do with the other transports, you have to detach. With this one you don't, you just have to kill the engine. Because it is my trailer. So we take it along with us. This time. That also means that we are now in Sofia. Or Sofia. With our truck and trailer. Okay, let's see what we can find here. I'd like to go one more to Turkey if we can find something. Do a bit more the west coast. Yesterday we did the whole east coast, right? Yeah, we'll start here and see where we go. This is all Bulgaria. Also this one. Romania, Bulgaria. We have one here to Edirne. Okay, can we find one to Tekirdağ? That would be nice. Which probably will not be the case, but nope. Yeah, it's not that well programmed, I think. It seems to me if you are like on the west coast, you always end up in Edirne if you can find one. If you want to go to Istanbul, you have to come over the east coast. It's not giving, or like here, probably have to come over the middle somewhere to get to this. If you're somewhere around here, the best you can get is Edirne. I don't think I see the Tekirdağ already in the menu there. Okay, where do we need to be? The cargo is ready to be loaded. Proceed to the loading area. Oh no, it's not here. I thought for a second it was on the same company, but it's not. To the airport, I think we're gonna have to go. The reverse triangle. Saw some other streamer the other day. He was a bit confused by that sign because it says, why is that sign there? There are traffic lights. But yeah, like over here also we have that on every traffic light. That mainly has to do with nighttime. If there is not much traffic going during the nighttime, probably not like on a crossing like this, but sort of like smaller crossings or a bit outside of town or so. They put those things on the flashing orange, and that means that there is no longer traffic lights. There are just normal giveaway rules, and that's why that reverse triangle is there. Bit more into the city by the looks of it. What are they driving here? The police Kia seats by the looks of it. Also the police or the what is this? Sort of drives different vehicles in each country. Pretty accurate though. Well, more or less. In Belgium, in this game, they drive Audi. That is more or less the case on the highway. That's like the highway police, right? But not so much the local police, they just drive Volkswagen transporters or so. We went wide enough this time. This is not proper, eh? Want us to park there while we have the loading docks over here and we have our own trailers. It should give us one of the loading docks, right? That would make sense. And you put a trailer here to pick up, that would make more sense. Now these workers have to come here with trolleys to load my truck. With a forklift probably. I guess in a way that's what they're aiming for at one day, that you see like the whole simulation happening actually. Like for instance, we have that little ferry pond, the little crossing there in one of those cities. In the trailer it came with some sort of cutscene, but so that you actually see the boat go over the river to cross to the city. We'll wait. We don't know how that goes. Oh, it looks like he's gonna drive into you, but if you actually wait there, it's gonna give you away anyway. West Coast is mainly highway, I think, but we will see. Some billboard for American Truck, the sister game. But that's not my game, I like a bit more variety. In American Truck you have a lot of long highways. Basically they're all highways. You only go up the highway to the so-called towns. If you have to deliver or pick something up, that's it. All the rest is like highway. While here you have like more mountain roads and such. And yeah, and then you have these strange traffic rules there as well, like on the lights. What's it called? Right on red, or you can actually drive through the red light if you go right, which is a bit confusing for Europeans. Over here, red means stop. No matter if you go right, left, or straight. Where do we go? Right. I have an American friend playing along sometimes. The trailer is also not very stable. By the way, 20 tons of pet food on the road. And we also need another break, I think. Let's have a look. Oh yeah. There's no way we make that. Two hours and a bit till the next stop, and we have a 6-hour drive, and we have the border to take in consideration. Come on, seriously. Yeah, I don't know. We're not used to it, so for us it's confusing. If you're used to it, then it's all fine. I have an American friend playing along sometimes in this game. Yeah, she also gets confused by all these exits and narrow roads and but yeah, like an exit like this for us that's like normal. We're used to it, right? For them that's narrow. That's like oh my god, oh my god. They're used to like 2-3 lane exits or whatever. Here we go again. This is gonna end up in trouble again. Traffic is piling up. For some reason or another, they also have a problem with bridges by the looks of it. And it's always the buses. They have done something with those buses. Especially on the mountain roads, and so they barely get up. Well, I'm pretty sure a truck is heavier than a bus. If we're loaded with 20 or 30 tons. That's why they were slowing down. Find parking somewhere. We don't need fuel, so that's fine. Parking will do. BMW drivers, also get to watch them. And also that grey van that is I think it's new in traffic. But you need to watch it though, because it does strange stuff. I saw a few new cars in the AI traffic, but I don't think the MAN Euro 6 and the new Renault are already in the AI. Yeah, here we go. Conveniently have a parking. You can skip it and don't take your break, then you're gonna start getting fines probably. Unless you're lucky to find another parking nearby. We need to find the trigger point. Here somewhere? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, man. Parking. Relax. There you go, Mr. Driver. Go to sleep. Yeah, now it's kind of okay. It's just yawning, but I think he yawns like 2 or 3 times, and then he's starting to close his eyes. Then you sort of get like some blurry black screen, more or less. But you can still see a little bit, so it's sort of like you have like your eyes a little bit peaked, but not closed yet. Meanwhile, you already get like your first fine or so, I think, for not respecting the resting time. Then eventually you get like, if you keep on driving, you get the complete black screen for like 3-4 seconds, and that is always a bit surprised where you wake up. If you just happen to be in a corner, that is a bit tricky business. 3-4 seconds later he opens his eye again, and then you're like somewhere on the other side of the road in a grass field or so. Because yeah, that's what players do at one point or another. You test those things. But yeah, back then and running out of fuel and so. But that's now all solved. If you run out of fuel, your truck stops. But you can call F7. And then they sort of, in a way, bring you a little bit of fuel. 50-60 liters. Just enough to look on the map for the next gas station and try to get there. Okay, off we go. Yeah, it seems like in this DLC they sort of made more work of all this stuff. My god, yeah, this trailer is piss pot. I need to get rid of these steering wheels because the trailer steers too much of itself. Wait a minute. Can't move it? No. Do I have it on the W? Okay. It's a diff. No, it's not working. Some of the trailers you can move up the first axle, because I don't need 8 wheels for 20 tons either. Probably don't need an 8x4. I can also bring up the axle of one of my wheels. Pretty dark here in Turkey. But yeah, that's a Belgian thing, I think. In Belgium we more or less have lights on the highway all over the place. While in a lot of countries it's dark unless there is like some exit crossing or complex. But yeah, it's the way they designed it this way by the looks of it. That's you go over the west coast, you have more highways there. While the east coast is more country roads, local roads, towns, cities. And then the middle of the maps are more the mountain roads and such, I think. We can of course light up the whole highway with our roof and front lights. Istanbul to the right. I'm assuming we're approaching the border. At least here we have some logical runways. To get on the highway. Or it just crosses like one lane exit and another lane sort of merging in together to a highway. In Romania you have an exit and then you have the stop sign, and they don't have any runway at all. At least not in this game. $60,000. 67,000 coming in from Isabella. We need to give her a raise, I think. Makes us good money. What? Oh my god. It seems we're approaching the border. Trucks need to be left this time. Oh my. Seriously? These AI drivers. They just drive into you. In this DLC. Okay, what's going on here? Cars coming from the left because never know here. Now we need to figure it out. Just gonna follow that truck in front of us. If he could get through, we should also get through, right? Scanning. X-ray control successful. Okay. I'm guessing. Yeah, I think it was here. You see, you have these thingies here. Make sure you have one where you have a green symbol. There are gates here blocking. But yesterday I had one. They were not blocking. Oh, maybe that was what the update was about. But yeah, I guess this is the Bulgarian side. They say everything is in order. But this is not the end of it, I think. I've noticed here on the Turkish border we have like 4 or 5 gates. So now we have to do it again on the Turkish side, I guess. We don't have any green symbols here, so in theory you can go left and right here. Also here, seems fine, green light. $41 tons, yeah, they just give you like some sort of... Yeah, I think it was here. I think it was here. Make sure you go into the green symbol once. Like the one here on the left does not work. You could drive in there, it's not blocked. And if you do that during daytime, you have AI behind you and you can't move anywhere. And this barrier does not open. I did not have a trailer, so I got stuck there. But I could maneuver myself out of it, and with some damage here and there, tried to maneuver myself to the other lane, which eventually succeeded, but we're not out of it yet. How many gates did we pass now? 5, 6? Okay, we don't have any green symbols here. We have green lights, so okay, you can take both lanes then, I guess. Six, 7 gates later, I think we're finally in Turkey. way, I think. Welcome to Turkey. Oh yeah, there's some Steam achievement, something like Turkish fruit, I think it's called. You have to transport 4 different transports, I think, from Istanbul to to 2 cities in Bulgaria and to 2 in Romania, I think, to get the achievement. But you have several hundred hours in the game. I still don't have all of them. Like you have that map one, it's just like very hard to achieve 100% of the map because they're constantly updating the game and patching it in. Even if you do reach the 100%, by the time you get there, they come up with some update or DLC, and the number goes down again. Stay in your lane with your car, man. Because we already see him coming to the right. 2 days of driving around here. Learned us that much. Don't trust the AI in this DLC. Have a good one, Roy. Yeah, I'll stop it after this one as well, I think. Just getting some more roads from grey to yellow, that's what we're doing. Because I've been in all the towns and cities already. After yesterday's stream, I grabbed a bite to eat and I continued doing the west coast more or less. Like this makes so much more sense. It's like you have a little bit of a runway, you can look in your mirror and you can make it to the highway. In Romania you just have no runway and a stop sign, and then you have to actually stop to look out your window because you can't see anything. Do have cool traffic lights here. The light posts and everything is lit up in green in this case, and if it goes orange and red, also the post itself, so the LEDs, as you can see, they also go red and orange. around on the outside. I already know it with the AIs here. They seem to wait though. You seem to have some sort of yeah, like here we have the stop. So it seems that the two main roads have priority. That makes at least some sense. Unlike those in the UK where they come from the outside in the inside and they go take the exit. There's also not that much going on here company-wise, I think. We have our garage here. There's a company next to it. I delivered there yesterday. And then one on the right here and one on the end of the road by the looks of it. Be somewhere. Have a steering axle. Although you didn't hear it. Steering thing steers too much and you're always next to it. See? Even now I'm still next to it. Says it's right. How can it be right? It might be if we straighten it out a bit, but we're stuck. Oh yeah, just have to unload, right? That's why it's right. Why doesn't it show on the MAN one that you can move up one wheel? That works. And I think we can also do it on the trailers. Or two wheels even. Yeah, and there are only two turning. It just doesn't show on the shows one symbol in the orange. In the dashboard. So that's probably the one for the truck, I think. Let's bring the trailer down. And then we do the truck. So it's the truck. The truck one shows, the trailer one doesn't show in your dash. In the MAN. In the Scania it shows both. So you can both see that they're up. And how about the differential? Yeah, differential it also shows. That's in case you get stuck somewhere off-road or so. You can use the, you can lock the diff. $0.87 diesel price. Cheapest you can find it in the game, I think. Hungary or Slovakia might be pretty close, but yeah, like here it doesn't steer. Okay, let's see. So, trailers. We need to get rid of the trailers, which is this one. Dismiss it. Then relocate it back to Brussels, where it was. Okay. Let's pick another truck as well for Mercedes. Okay. Let's move that to accessory maybe. Can have a look on the island the next time, because last time that was a bit of a mess. Seeing I had the same buttons to start and stop the stream mapped with looking left and looking right in this game. So I was constantly starting and stopping the stream every time I looked left or right. Which meant I had like 6-7 different videos of the island. So we will have a look on that. It's nothing to do with the DLC, but it came along with update 1.36, the Corsica island. We can go there from... I think we have a garage in Sassari now. Yeah, we do. So I can travel there. But I don't know what I have here. Do we have something here in... Otherwise I can't bring my trailer over here, I think. Trailer, let's have a look. Luxembourg, Lille, Stuttgart, Bratislava, Palermo. It's Szeged, Istanbul. This guy is sleeping, or what's he doing? Not assigned. What are you doing? Current user. Okay, driver managers. What are those guys in Istanbul doing? This one is driving our truck and trailer. Okay, this one as well. This one as well. He's driving. What's he doing? From Istanbul to Timisoara. Okay. And this guy is going from Istanbul to Rus or Rus. Russe, whatever. But he's taking a rest at the moment. Okay. Where are you guys? All over the place by the looks of it. They're more in the middle of Europe now. Yesterday they were all here. Not many of them on the UK though. What is that blue? What does that mean? What's going on? Why is that blue and the other ones are green? I think she's I'm guessing the green ones are using our own trailers and the blue ones are using some other stuff, or the other way around. And red means she's resting, she's not on the road, she's not using anything. Okay, start to make sense. But I don't know yet if you can actually see them drive. I can't doubt it. That's the ultimate goal, I guess. You see your own trailers and trucks drive around in traffic. There was some rumor that it was supposed to happen, so maybe it is working. I haven't seen them yet. But yeah, that means you have to try to figure out where they are and where they're going, and then sort of see if you can pick them up. Well, I don't think it's in game yet. So what we could do is we could move a matching trailer to Sassari. So we need a trailer, yeah, 100 something. Because nobody's using those. I have them located in Brussels for only for myself. They are locked. They are private, right? Yeah, made them all private. So what we need to find is, I think the refrigerated. Nope, that's for the Volvo. Insulated. Nope. The curtain cider. That's the one we want, and we want to relocate that thing in Sassari. Trailer has been relocated. Okay, move. Trailer manager. Sassari use, please. So, if everything works fine now, we should be in Italy. And that trailer should be on our truck. It is. So that's fine. And where are we? We are indeed over here. Which means we can pick a boat here, go to Ajaccio, and take a look around the Corsica island next time. That's how we will do it with this thing. For now, I will stop it, export it to my YouTube channel for people to watch if they want. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.